Hi everyone and welcome to another reaction video on this channel, and we are reacting today to a music video fresh release from VTSS, and I have no other with me than the Majesty John Fick.
Hello, everybody. Always happy to participate in unnecessary violent criticism and giving everybody tough love in the scene and out of the scene. Should I say something about like today's content? Just I have a little bit of thoughts that I wanted to share before we start
Yeah,
watching.
give some trivia to VTSS. Who is she?
Okay, so first of all, VTSS is, to my opinion, a very talented artist. That I think she's from Poland, and I think she lives in London probably. I've been following her career. I always forget her first name, like her real name. It doesn't matter. She goes by VTSS. Um, I'm a fan of her work. I've been following her career for some years and seen her become like from an underground DJ to almost like an A-lister of the techno scene. I kind of like also the transition that she's doing into, I think she was producing all these years, but like going with your vocal in your face into video clips and becoming from the normal DJ into a pop star is something that I am seriously critical to, but something that I really adore when it's done properly and with good taste. We're gonna extend more about it maybe further, like while we watch the clip. I just think that in general, there are a lot of DJs and artists that are trying this transition. I think many artists in the underground scene have like a hidden youth dream of becoming a pop star and being on stage, but they are just too afraid to admit it. And some of them grab a microphone and do like hybrid sets and play and sing at the same time. Some of them do it right. Some of them do it probably less right,
Something like
but
MCRT?
MCRT is also, and Miss Bashful are also part of this world of like combining vocals into techno or trancey sets or settings. We have also Curses who does that in the like the more wave dark part of the music scene. Um, I will mention later also, of course, Nina Kravitz, that has been using her vocals for some years already, but then brought like singles or covers of old songs that I uh, personally do not appreciate because I just think it's bad music. We have Peggy Go using, I think, also her vocal in the last hit, I would say. But I just see also in the underground many artists, or female artists, male artists, that are trying to bring their vocal into the act and maybe trying to stand out, but also it feels to me like trying to live their unfulfilled youth dream. Support to everybody doing experiments and trying to become a pop star. Sometimes it's just, you get the vibe that just stay a DJ, or stay a producer. You don't have to necessarily try yourself as the next Britney Spears
Okay,
or,
okay, okay. So let's just
yeah.
appreciate that VTSS
Exactly.
brought out a new
I want to
single.
say exactly. VTSS is a good artist to my personal taste. I think she has the looks, she has the taste and of course the skill. She's a good DJ and a good
The looks
producer.
is very important
I
nowadays.
mean, if you put your no, it's not nowadays. What are pop stars? They are good-looking musicians at the end, and I think it was McGallagher, like the Oasis
Yeah.
solo, not
Yeah, Mc,
solo, the Oasis star Ian or Owen
yeah,
McGallagher, whatever. Yeah.
McGregor.
McGallagher, not McGregor. I think we'll have to do a small stop because we have the insurance calling. But yeah, so whatever this clip is gonna look like, I'm a fan of her work. I think she has everything that it takes to be a pop star. Although there are some downsides to the work and how it's done, but we will express it, yeah, during the watching.
So let's dive into it. I think it's in Berlin, right?
I don't know if it's in Berlin. Could be anywhere else. Could be in London, whatever. The first thing I think about is this trend of people filming themselves into their Insta stories or Insta reels from the security cameras of the U-Bahn of
Ah,
our
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
underground
Classic.
yeah, tube, Berlin tube. So yeah, it's definitely there. I think in their mood board. But like for now, I dig it. I like for now everything is kind of cool. these screens give me a little bit of what's the name of that series of that
Black
dark.
Mirror?
Yeah, it's giving me a little bit Black Mirror. Yeah.
The only thing that I see is like these vocals are so Miss Bashful, kind of. All
Yeah,
it
we'll
sounds
get back
the
to them.
same, right?
We'll get back to the vocals and to how much effort is invested into this as a song, not as a track. Yeah, and we can also talk about the track itself in a bit.
It's going to be a deep analysis.
Yeah.
From John Fick.
Deep, very deep.
Analyze, you know this channel?
Is there a channel called Analyze? But
Yeah,
like,
but on Pornhub.
Okay, this one I know. Okay,
Stop it.
everything that was until the bridge or the chorus was actually vocal wise and lyrics wise. I didn't understand the words completely, but it sounded like a cool flow, cool game between like some rhymes and stuff. But as soon as the ta 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 ra begins, it feels to me, and I feel it with Peggy Go, I feel it with Nina Kravitz, it feels to me like it wasn't good enough, or they didn't have they didn't put the effort into writing real lyrics. You know, it's not that hard to write rhymes and to, you know, kind of create a song. Why are you doing this la ra 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 da ra 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 ra? I mean,
let the beat talk for itself.
Let's go more. Let's go further. Before she's agent smithing the whole thing, because the people are gonna become all VTSS now, or at least dressed wise. Yeah.
Who's
Let's
this guy?
watch that guy.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that guy? How many?
He looks like a dolphin.
He looks like Justin, the German YouTuber. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
He doesn't look like a YouTuber. He looks like he's in the K-hole. Like, honestly, come on.
are we now making fun of his look?
I mean, it's amazing casting. He was probably casted. He was probably casted in one of her shows. Probably he looks like he went to all the VTSS shows in a row. You know,
and now
with
he
no
can
sleep.
see you from behind. You know.
Now he has the chance to really see her. Yeah. But maybe they used the double for that scene, so he doesn't have to sit in one room with her.
So you wanna say like they're all changing now to her, like all the
all the characters are gonna change into her as if she's making the system more efficient, because they were like old and struggling with bureaucracy. Seemed like they're not doing their job right, and now everybody's gonna become a VTSS. This thing she's doing now with the hand is I don't know. It's like
an Albert Einstein thing.
No, it's Albert Einstein thing. It's very simple and very satanistic, to be honest.
Yeah.
And
Why satanistic?
It's a circle.
It's a circle.
Drawing
okay,
a
but where's the
circle.
pentagram?
You don't need a pentagram. First of all, you draw a circle around you before you create a pentagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll keep going.
Yeah. Come on. This circle is really like the what was the name of the movie? I don't know, like Japanese horror
Like
or
The Ring.
like The Ring. You know, like Valak. What was the name of Valak? Conjuring, Ring. This is the vibe that he said she gives me. You know, not looking into the camera. You know.
Yeah.
Come on.
But musically, how do you?
We'll get into it.
There's some production budget here.
Yeah.
Some Tom Cruise shit here.
Yeah.
That skirt climbing is.
I mean,
dangerous.
in the heels. If she did it herself, then all respect. Yeah.
Hood up.
Yeah.
Do you think this is in Poland? Zwaga.
Yes, it's in Poland. Of course they did it in Poland. It's way too expensive to do it in London, and probably not that cheap to do it in Berlin. And in Poland, you can probably get the whole street for 100 euros a day.
For $1, for a zloty.
It's probably not Warsaw even. I would guess it's something like Poznan. No, I think it's Krakow.
Krakow?
Uh-huh. Is it MCRT? The handsome version?
The handsome version.
The
handsome Squidward.
The fit. That was a good one.
She's walking all the time. I kind of like it. It has like the Huxley face of Rocky.
Shradinsky. Can we just
Shradinsky? I don't know.
So music by VTSS. Aha! Now we're getting to the point of it. Presented by Telecom. So here we see who paid for the clip. And we have the director, Shadrinsky, which is probably also a Polish guy. Um,
So yeah.
yeah, I mean, okay. Uh, Nice that some corporate money is flowing into the culture. Telecom has been doing stuff. They did like some stuff with us in the past. We did some content with electronic beats. They've been doing stuff with the scene for years, so yeah, it's cool. I have nothing against it. Clips like that need budget. We're sick and tired of artists trying to create something that has high value but have like zero budget. If you like bring performers and teams and like camera team and everything, you got to pay them. So I'm sure in this project they had at least something to pay the creatives, which is
The
a good thing.
Shadrinsky.
Shadrinsky and a couple of camera guys, handsome MCRT there, and and
And
all
Mr. Dolphin
and
guy.
yeah, Mr. Dolphin guy probably got paid the most, and all the other Agent Smiths of VTSS. I need to hear a little bit more of the beginning of the track to give my criticism to the music. Okay, we can stop now.
One note.
So it's very, very similar to the products of MCRT and the other stars of Life from Earth. I forgot the guy who writes their tracks.
So is it hyperpop? Like
It's there are so many names nowadays, and everybody wants to tell me that hyperpop is something else than this, but it does belong to this hyper hard dance, hyper jumpy trancey. So VTSS is a big fan of trance. This I know for sure.
Okay.
I heard I read an article of her with the one DJ magazine she did like a couple of years ago, and she's been doing an effort to bring trance into techno and just to bring it to the big stage, and she's doing it successfully. I even like her more commercial sets that she does on big stages. I like her vibe. So this tranciness, you can feel it. It is a little bit hypey, yeah, which also resonates in the vocals. They're pretty simplistic. Again, I in general don't like in the pop or hip hop culture or in general in music when lyrics are way too simple, so simple that they are not rhyming anymore or just repetitive. I don't like when just one sentence repeats and it's not a cool loop. For a sentence to repeat itself, it has to be a really cool loop that doesn't give you the feeling of like, it doesn't bore you and gives you the feeling of trance, or the actual trance. Yeah, when you repeat something simple for a long time, you trance away. Yeah, you ascend. But if something sounds like it's just stuck on loop, it's probably not a good loop.
You better bring bars.
Yeah, bring some
Eminem
bars.
type
Come
of
on,
shit.
AI that shit and bring bars. It's not difficult because again,
ChatGPT bars.
yeah, the first part of the song is actually lyrics. We can listen to it again.
So strong, so fast.
You can catch me. But I don't come cheap. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Here. I like the color of it. It reminds me of Solomon's creations.
Yeah, kind of.
The period of time of Around and Friends and all these tracks, which are legendary, commercial,
Big
but
minimal melodic techno time.
yeah, but I mean, just the color of this pad or piano that is playing there, the synthesizer is very, very similar. Let's listen to it again. Yeah. So on big stage festival, it will be very pleasant to hear. And of course, the BPM is pretty high. I would say that it's in the 150 and maybe more. So it will fit for Gen Z. This product really speaks to Gen Z and also speaks more to millennials as well, to millennials, because the whole visual here and the idea behind it, the VHS cameras and the Agent Smith thingy are all references that are more for millennials than for Gen Z.
Yeah,
but
this whole
but still
struggling in corporate life and
Yeah,
all bullshitting. It's
exactly.
super millennial type of problems.
Absolutely. The office vibes
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
A lot
yeah,
of
yeah.
references in the mood board here are going for millennials, but the beat is still very Gen Z. Everybody is just humping, jumping around now, pretty much staying on spot, but moving in fast rhythm.
The
So
Trump dance?
the Trump dance.
The
Yeah.
YMCA Trump
Yeah,
dance.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Listen, just a little bit more of the track. Yeah, again to this tarara tarara. I don't like when bridges are being filled with shit. You can build, because something that I think Will I Am or someone like one of the biggest like pop creators in the world said that today's culture is really missing bridges. the bridge used to be really the identity of the song. It used to be the one that leads to the highlight, you know, before the drop, before the chorus is
That's
coming.
true. Like back in the days, there was like some crazy bridges.
Yeah.
Even that made the whole song.
And
I
she's
think.
trying to create that. She's trying to create that you know, roller coaster here. But why tarara tarara? Why? You know, why tarara? Can you
Fill in
just
the
come
blanks,
on?
man.
Yeah, just
Fill in the blanks.
say a
Yourself.
word and say a word in Polish, whatever. Do something that is, you know, a message. Tarara is not a message. It's like we have to fill the gap. You know, sitting in the studio, creating it, and like let's fill the gap. I've heard few songs in my life that had tarara tarara part that really became legendary.
Like Ashvik song from Zidu.
Okay. I'm trying to come up with one of the 90s. Uh, wait, I'll come up with it. Maybe we can edit in the post production. But there was a legendary one.
Around the world? No. I mean,
Now
like,
Piggy Go did that shit with the na 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 na.
yeah, that's what I'm
Now
saying.
this is bullshit.
Yeah.
This is bullshit. But the original version, did it had also a na na na
I think
na?
so as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not.
There are
sure.
legends like na 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 na. Life is life. Could not be more simple.
But you
Yeah.
can't listen this shit today.
Yeah, but this is more like activation of audience. It's like more animating and
But
a
maybe
concert.
the song is exactly for that. I mean, she's playing like big stages, and she
Yeah.
needs like some
animation.
some lighter kind of thing.
Yeah,
you
we'll
know?
see how this works on Tomorrowland, you know, or something like that. Just a little bit more. Kara. I like that the drop is breakbeaty, kind of EBM-y. Yeah, it's punching, and it's not only a straight barrel, what we say, not four to the floor, typical. So there's definitely something smart in the production of the track itself, and it will probably sound very, very nice in a big PA. You can also see or like feel the accents on the two. So da 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 da. Which makes it more like sufferable for people that cannot listen to fast music. It makes it a little bit more tech housey, and people can move in half rhythm. You know, this is me just trying to resonance now into the yeah. So these accents on the two are what actually makes most of the big electronic hits in the world nowadays. Why is tech house, so to say, the big thing still? Like Boris Brescia and all those motherfuckers. Why are they playing like in front of the pyramids? Why is kind of music still?
Kind of music tech house.
It's Afro house, but of course it's mixed with a lot of tech house. And tech house basically means nothing bad. It just means that tech house in general is something really, really good. Just the tech house that is being played on big stages is something very simplified that gives people an accent on the two and kind of makes it very easy for them to move and to understand music. That's why a lot of crowd from different points of views and knowledge levels of music come together and kind of boom, boom, together. They just, you know, bounce from one leg to another in a very comfy way. So this is basically an explanation, like a scientific explanation to why is tech house so popular or easy to understand. What she does is why is it smart for me? Her production or the production of her team is that it's a mixture of many genres. And as I always say, when you listen to good music, you cannot define the genre really. If you listen to a good piece of music, you can never really put it in one draw or like a label of genre, because there's a lot of genres there. There's a little bit of trance, a little of EBM, a little bit of tech house, a little bit of pop, a little bit of hyper pop, hard dance, as one would say.
A little bit of Monica.
A little bit of Monica in my life.
A little bit of everything.
She's a Monica, yeah. Can we look up her name just for a second? Her name is in Google. What are you saying? It's not Agnieszka. It's not Agnieszka. Martina. Martina Maya. Yeah, Martina with a Y. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, beautiful name. I like. Yeah, Martina, shaken unstirred.
You know what's not the only problem, but what I see as problematic. The song is like 2 minutes. So for like an electronic track, it's like way too short to play.
There will be a club version.
There will be extended version,
Yeah.
but I see like this whole you know, like the Spotify algorithm kind
Yeah,
of thing
yeah,
going on for
yeah,
shorten down like electronic music to 2
yeah,
minutes so it can get more listens in a
yeah.
smaller
I
time.
think it's a general trend in
It's
pop
not good.
music. Songs are becoming shorter.
No, this trend is already like it's like
It's
already for
there.
years, and now
Yeah.
it's getting like into this space, and it's
Okay.
like kind of sad, you know?
Listen, it's also very hard to produce a video clip that would be a whole film production. Like Michael Jackson used to create video clips that were like a movie. People were
Yeah,
anticipating them, and seeing them maybe also in theaters, but every clip was like 10 minutes. You know,
yeah.
it's impossible for a techno DJ, even it doesn't matter how popular she is as a techno DJ or as a DJ in electronic music, she doesn't really have, or her label, maybe she's represented by Sony or Universal, they don't really have or want to spend these kind of budgets on clips anymore. Not even for Beyonce. Why should they spend it on an A-lister techno DJ?
So you wanna say she produces short song for a short music video?
We
No
see a
way.
clip of 2 minutes
Yeah,
done in Poland.
yeah.
I see a participation of like maybe 20 actors here, maybe 10 people behind the camera, some costumes, stuff like that. I think this whole clip, probably estimation, yeah, it's below 100,000 euros. It's way below 100,000
Yeah,
euros.
okay.
Yeah.
What is the number 100,000?
No, MTV clips are like 2 to 5 million, and
Okay,
we're
yeah.
talking about under the 100K. So it has to be short, catchy, get more views on YouTube, get more. How much? Oh, she has only 16,000 on
But it's
YouTube.
only
She's not
released two
big.
days ago, so it's not.
It's I'm talking about her followers.
Also, the
She
followers.
has 16,500 followers. She's not that big in terms of mainstream.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's for us maybe mainstream in the techno scene, but for the world, some people still don't know who Ben Klock is, and for us, he's like the most like famous techno DJ in the world, or one of them. So, 2 minute clip. You release an EP. In this EP, you will have probably remixes, probably a
Yeah.
remix from LSD XOXO, who is her like creation partner. I don't know if he still is, but that's how they did last time. Maybe a club version, maybe a radio version. Then you have like four or
Yeah,
five.
this is already the radio version, basically.
Yeah, yeah. I cannot say that I'm completely against short clips, because I think music can be pushed now through social media, and if she can create nice shorts from that clip and just put them on her Instagram and her TikTok, they will be enough to push that song. The song sounds like lovely for girls to kind of, I don't know, Gangnam Style to it, so maybe this could work for her as well. Gangnam Style in the Klangkünstler version, yeah. But yes, I think in general, it's for her specifically a good direction to go. Like if I would be her strategic brand manager, I would definitely support this.
And John Fix likes to be the strategic brand manager. It's
Yeah,
his
John,
hobby.
it's my hobby is to be an imaginary strategic brand manager for brands that don't even exist. So
Unasked.
unasked, yeah. I will one day I will just I will come into VTSS offices, they smash the door with my with my Birkenstocks.
You have to do it that way.
And they will be like, who the fuck is the sex cult leader? But they will listen to me and they will hire me at the end for no budget, of course, because that's how we do in the techno scene.
Free labor, you know.
Free labor, hashtag nackt. And yeah, so I just think for her, it's a good direction to, again, it's my personal taste. I think she has a good vocal. I think she's a good producer. I think she has the looks. You don't need more than these three to create a pop product. Okay. But, and there's the big but.
It's shit.
It's bigger, bigger than Latina butts. The butt is referring to not to VSS but to other artists. I don't want to disencourage or to diss any artist from the electronic music scene that tries to do this transition to singing, songwriting, and creating a pop product. I love pop. I grew up on pop, like most of us. I think it's good for the culture of electronic music to become pop, as also did jazz, disco, and everybody else, and they still exist, and they still have an underground, and they still have young talent. So the one doesn't go like on account of the other, but there are many artists that lack this third eye view and self criticism, and probably even being pushed by, I call it the story about the Naked King. So there was a king. He always wanted to have the greatest outfits, and then one day he always believed what his counselors were saying, what his advisors were saying, and one day they kind of they bluffed him and they created a naked, like they created nothing. They just let him be naked and told him it's the best costume ever, and the king went naked on the
This
streets.
is like a folklore of Berghain, or
What's folklore about it if everybody walks naked? No, it's I don't know if it's no, it's I think it's folklore. I don't think it's Grimm Brothers or something like that, but it's a very famous story about having only having only yes men around you might blur your opinion of yourself, of what you would like to create, of your like of your of like it would create an unbalanced picture of what you want to channel with your art. And I think many artists struggle with that because they don't really know how to do the PR work, and they don't have to. Actually, they have to be concentrating on their creation, and they need a team around them to kind of support, but also give them an honest, authentic opinion, because you want to kind of test. You want to have a group like a test group, or you want to have people that kind of build, especially if you become bigger and you become a pop artist. You don't want to have like just fans of you, groupies in your group that would accept and support everything that you do. You still want to create something independent from the crowd's opinion.
What do you want to say now?
I want to
What's the
say
verdict?
the verdict is that people like Nina Kravitz create songs, create covers to Bailando. Let's talk about Bailando for a second. Maybe you can put it here in the frame. Bailando was a song
Here.
in the 90s that I didn't like. Whatever, who fucking cares what I think, yeah? But
Bailando amigos, adios.
amigos adios. But if you look at it now and you watch those old clips of these two guys singing Bailando, it's kind of cringy and cute and naive, and it was really in the spirit of time. It was a hit in those times. What Nina Kravitz did, she just took this song, she changed nothing about it, so it's like basically just a cover, nothing more, and she made it way more cringy than it already was. She displayed not having a huge skill in the vocal, which Madonna also didn't have. But Madonna had a product that Nina doesn't have, which was everything: being a part, supporting the ballroom culture, being a huge performer, like having the real touch to the underground. I mean, I've seen once or twice that Nina still goes to Berghain, but I don't think she has any touch anymore to the underground. So she's there in the pop. She's an A-lister, and she takes a product which is already very very successful, trying to repeat that success, take it take like take not an advantage, but like ride the old wave of it. A lot of people do it. Pharrell Williams is sampling stuff from the disco, from stealing, as stealing is also creating. But I just think that what she created, if she had an authentic team of people around her that would tell her not how to make a hit, but how to make something cool and good, she would never make that song.
You're
And I
talking
know
about Nina Kravitz now.
I'm talking about Nina Kravitz,
Okay.
and I know a lot of people in the scene, and I don't know, just not only in the scene, people that listened to that song, that on paper has a lot of views and a lot of likes. People that are actually afraid to say that this is one of the worst songs ever made and the worst covers ever made, like unnecessary work. And I mean, again, if it creates hate and love, it becomes viral, all good for her. She did her job. But is the job of an artist to create something that will be only controversial, or is the job actually to create music? Is the job maybe to enrich people? Maybe a lot of Gen Zs never heard that song by Lando, and Nina Kravitz was there like bridge into that piece of history. The problem is, for me personally, it's my personal problem with that product, is that it was made disrespectfully for the old song, yeah, and kind of disrespectfully for music in general, because the vocal is bad. I don't like the remix. I don't like how it sounds. I would rather listen to the old song that I used to hate in the 90s, just to remember that it was kind of better. And I don't want to sound as an old man. Times were better. A lot of covers nowadays are amazing. James Blake, amazing. Like he's a singer songwriter, but the covers that he does, like, really take the spirit of the old song, bring it to something new. You can feel the energy invested there, the thought that was invested there.
Okay,
You
old
know?
man, old man, old man, calm down.
Yeah.
Let's talk about VTSS. We have like a 10 minutes the hate speech
No,
about
wait. So
Nina Kravitz.
Nina Kravitz, and then Peggy Gou. Peggy Gou started with
Oh my
amazing.
god, now Peggy Gou.
Peggy Gou is an
Okay.
amazing artist. She's super talented. She's for real. She's from Berlin. Blah blah blah. She used to do amazing remixes. She got famous for her remix for. Da, 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 da,
Yeah.
da, 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 da.
Some days
I
feel
think I
like nights.
feel much better.
At
At Night was one of the biggest, best, acid remixes I've ever heard. Like Peggy, all the respect. Only for this song, she should be a millionaire. But then she comes up with that cover of 9 a.m. or
No, no,
I wouldn't call it a cover because I think it's a Frankenstein made with 3 or 4 samples from different hits, and you could really feel that there was a big label there trying to bring this sick Frankenstein to life, but by trying to use formulas that worked financially and like popularly.
But do you think it was made bad? Because it was. I mean,
I
like
think it's
production-wise, it was fine.
I
Or...
think it's a bad product. I think there was a lot of artificial success pumped into that song. I'm pretty sure that this was the case, and I'm also sure that if you are working with the best producers and the best studios ever, and you use these formulas, they're gonna fucking work. Of course, they're gonna fucking work. Even if the product is bad, it's gonna be an earworm. People are gonna listen to it in loops, and it's not that of a big challenge for big studios and big producers to create shit that gets even organically popular. It's not hard for them to create a product
Yeah, sure.
scientifically that gets stuck in people's heads and is just musically complete shit, but scientifically or like trend wise would go up even if people dislike it, even if like connoisseurs like me dislike it,
Okay, so what of this old talk is applying to VTSS in this clip?
What's applying to VTSS is actually only good stuff.
Okay, thank
Because
you.
first of all, I listen to it now through 2, 3, 4 times. First of all, I don't hear anything that sounds like a copy of something. There's a lot of references in the mood board here, but whatever,
That's just
cool.
visual,
Visuals.
visually, so
I
it's fine.
don't hear anything that really reminded me of an also like of an old existing pop song. So I love that she's not using an existing formula but creating her own formula.
Plus
Yeah,
for originality.
originality. I can hear that this is an original creation. I can probably hear that she has been producing it. It also says music by VTSS, nobody else. So all respect for her for continuing, even if it's like 3 years later after her last clip. We can watch her maybe her last clip here for a second. She created huge hits over the last year. She created "I'm a Sick Bitch, I Love Freak Sex."
This is
Where
her song?
Yeah,
Crazy.
I cringed out at the beginning from that song because I didn't like the simplicity of the lyrics, but it did catch really hard. It caught up in the scene and outside of the scene.
It's
And
like TikTok techno, isn't it? Like this
no,
song, no?
no, I'm a Freak Bitch is something that really caught in the underground as
Okay,
well.
okay,
And
okay.
because it's well made, it caught up also in more younger kind of crowds. So respect for her to those old projects. I see the line that she's continuing from her last clip. From going, the song was "Going Nuts," and it was also kind of filmed from top, and a lot of people are walking in paranoia. So this style
It's good.
continues here. We see a lot of movement. It's dynamic. It's not boring to watch. It's still kind of retro with security cameras and
It's
like
just odd that 4 years ago she did like something that goes in the same direction, so she's not changing like the visual style, which is like kind of
yeah.
hang a bleem a bit,
Yeah, I think
but
our
it
constructive
works still.
I think our constructive criticism would be that the output that she does, she's also touring the world and blah blah. But the output, like bringing a clip once in 3, 4 years, in this level of production, could be maybe like who are we to talk about traffic jams and output? Yeah, but if she's supported by a big label and like telecom and stuff, maybe it took her time to get that sponsorship and stuff. Maybe she
Probably.
already filmed it 2 years ago and only now it's finished.
Yeah.
But I think our constructive criticism and also our like affirmation to her, VTSS, keep creating, keep going, try to create a higher output maybe once a year so people can get like more attention to your work and creation. I think you deserve way more than 16,500 followers on YouTube, and with projects like that you will gain the followership that you need. How many views already?
16,000.
So
Finally, you said something positive.
I mean, no, I think from the beginning I was supporting her. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of VTSS. Yeah, I hope VTSS sees that and I can maybe invite her to a date.
Ooh.
I mean, that was a John Fick
That's how you
shout
do
out.
nowadays. You just
I
do a
mean,
shout out on YouTube.
social media is way better than any dating platform. So unfortunately, VTSS is really my cast type, and I'm trying to stop with that. But cast type, my typecast. Sorry, my
Typecast.
typecast. I'm trying to stop with the Slavic blue-eyed brunette women. So I mean, but I wouldn't say no again. So if you want to go on a date when you're in Berlin, or if you just want to go for a dance in Berghain, I'm all in.
Okay. Do you have some
And you're
final?
cringing out because I'm becoming. I'm just being a
I can
fanboy.
bear
I'm
this.
just kidding. I'm just being a fanboy. I think she's a great artist. I think she deserved. She deserves some more attention on YouTube at least. I think we also deserve more attention on YouTube.
Everybody deserves more attention in life in general.
But I think it's very respectful that in 2 days since releasing the clip, she has at least the amount
Yeah,
of views
sure.
as the followers. So I think this clip is
Some
definitely
good
gonna,
fandom.
yeah. So either the label works or the content works, but this is going to be probably a success. Maybe one day I'll play it in one of my sets. I think it's a little bit too sweet for me, and I would rather maybe play Sick Bitch at one point or another.
You want
But
to test my gag reflex?
yeah, so you know what? Let's give it a note.
Okay, you want to have a note? Okay, on what scale? What is like just music or techno or how do we in genres? In general, just in general. Would I
I
listen to it in the car or something like that?
um Okay, let's give the clip a note from 1 to 10 as a video
From one
clip
to
of pop.
ten, I liked it actually. I don't know.
Yeah,
I would give it a 7
you would
because
give it a 7.
sometimes you feel like that it's not like you kind of feel that it's like not like 100% perfectly done.
Yeah,
In some way you feel the unauthenticity in it, also unauthentisch.
yeah,
Like it, yeah, it
lacks
could be
the
better.
intention.
Yeah, because it's VHS, but at some point you feel like still like you
Yeah,
now
come
today
on, I don't want to see
in the modern
pixels.
day.
I want
Yeah,
to see a picture.
yeah. So
I mean, some
some
legendary clips were very low budget, but
no,
for
but
that
if
you need such a vision. You
yeah, but
need
if the vibe is coherent and doesn't like dissolves in some shots, it's all
yeah,
good. If it's like logical, but
yeah.
then some shots really stood out and not in a good way. So I give the clip a 7, 7 out of 10.
You give the clip a 7 out of 10. Okay.
Yeah,
Should I give a note as
yeah,
well?
sure.
I give the clip a 5.5. Okay, it's
Oh,
close to, yeah, it's higher
mm.
than being not so good. Yeah, but I think let's leave her space to to get
To
better.
improve.
Yeah, it's way better than Miss Bashful's clip. Okay,
Really, I like Miss Bashful's clip more because there consistency comes from her holiness, and this
yeah.
vibe is actually like carrying a lot of the video, in my opinion.
I would
So they
put
can
Miss
film like from a
Bashful.
Nokia, and her personality is carrying the video. You know?
That's how they place the brand.
Yeah,
So
sure,
if you make
it
it look
works.
cheap, it's still loyal to the brand identity.
Yeah. So this is like what I said. Make it
Yeah.
logic in this whole picture. The
Maybe
pictures
you're
make
right.
sense.
Maybe it's not better than Miss Bashful's clip. Maybe Miss Bashful's clips are just on a scale of their own, you know?
Okay, so musically, I would personally, I would say musically, it's for me, it's a 5. It's just a pass out track. I wouldn't remember it in a few days, to be honest. Even though it's not that bad, but it's not a banger or
Yeah,
that
it's a
didn't
five
really
two for
stood
me.
out, didn't really stand out to me. But it's not annoying. It's not bad. It's just like
I would listen to it in the club and then tell you more, but I think it's a 5 for me now. It's not.
okay,
It's not bad. It's definitely not bad, but I can say really, I agree with you. I cannot say that I remember it. It's supposed to be pop, so after I listen to it once or twice, something has got to get stuck with me. But I'm still thinking now about other songs, so it didn't catch up. It didn't like catch. Yeah, it didn't catch.
okay, cool. Now we have it. So let's do the outro. You wanna do the outro this time?
I mean, I've been speaking a
Yeah.
lot.
Okay.
Maybe a small outro, then you do the main outro.
Okay.
So what I was trying to get off my heart now in this reaction video is that I really support artists taking risks. I don't like it when, especially artists playing in Berghain, are afraid to take risks. They drown in the sound of the niche and trying to please the booker or the crowd by playing something that will be expected of them to play in that space. And I always love it when they take risks and go to other genres. Exactly this way, I also like artists that take risks with their career and trying to step in front of the camera. Another mention that I would like to make here is Perel. She's, I think, Berliner or like at least a German DJ, becoming very big and involving vocals and songs into her career for a while now. And I like what she does. Also, some stuff in German, but stuff in I think she goes a very similar path to VTSS. So
Shout out to Perel at this
shout
point.
out to Perel. And in general, again, I like when artists take risks if that's how they feel. I think this authenticity comes through for the viewer or the listener if the decision to go out of a DJ set to a track with a vocal, to a song, to a clip, to pop, we can feel if it came from your heart or if it came from your label. Okay, so Brutalismus 3000, Area from Madrid, I think they're from Madrid, are like duos that really involve singing melodies into techno. They involve something that is post techno, something that is post our culture, and they're doing very well with it. So I get another two shout outs. Brutalismus 3000 and Area, which are exploding right now, are two amazing examples where you can feel that this is coming from their hearts. This is what they want to do. They want to have their voice there, they want to have their face there. In the next episode of the podcast, I will talk about the types of performing artists in the electronic scene. And not all artists have to be stars. Not everybody has to be a pop star, a rock star. Not everyone even has to be on stage. Some play their sets, but they don't really want the limelight. So if you decide, if you take the risk and really beat your cringe, like the mountain of cringe, and you're already on the other side, just think thoroughly if it comes from your heart or it comes because somebody told you or tells you to do it. So, but coming back again to this
Outro.
yeah, don't be the naked king. Don't let the people around you tell you that whatever you do is good or whatever they tell you is good. Try to be as authentic as you are, as you can be, because the more you unveil, because like playing a techno set or creating a techno track is still very much being in darkness. When you open your mouth, show your face and your body in a video clip and in a pop song, you are exposed. You are naked. And then we can look into your soul and see, does this resonate between what you feel inside and what we get as a product to consume? And I just ask the artists, try to create in order to resonate with your soul and not in order to sell us something, and not in order to create an earworm that would get stuck in our ears. It's nice, it's cool, create whatever you want, but we can feel if it's not authentic. Shout out to every artist that gave up to big labels and started creating McDonald's and Burger Kings of tracks. Okay?
It sounds like such a backhanded compliment, but with that being said, this is your outro. Thank you for talking 10 minutes of outro. So, thank you for watching this reaction video. It got actually a deep analysis. I see John Fick has a lot of Redebedarf. Maybe we need to film more
Redebedarf.
podcasts. And need more podcasts. We need more podcasts that he can talk everything from his heart, from his soul, from his artistic vision that he
Yeah.
has onto techno, nowadays
Yeah.
techno. With that being said, if you like this video, like it. Comment down below what's your opinion.
If you don't like it,
dislike it.
Yeah.
Drop in the comments what's your opinion on all these topics that we dropped here. We
Yeah.
dropped some bombs here. It's really interesting actually for the
Yeah.
conversation and for the discussion. And maybe we pick it up in the next podcast episode. And yes, see you in the next video.